Okay, we've got a match here. I'm a little bit late starting to get recorded on, between Apostolosoruler and rsilverstein12. Um, yeah, I think Governor and Advance are the main features of this board. Advance would be the reason you want rats. I'm still not super convinced by rats. Um, I like the Steward open because I think you want to thin. You're going to want to get governors. I'm not sure about the rats. What I really dislike was this tax on turn 2. I think I'd buy a poorhouse with the intent of advancing it later rather than taxing silver. I just want to be moving further ahead. So, in any case, this is where we are now. And I would think you'd be playing your copper to pay the debt and then turning this into an imp. But, yeah, okay. Also, not totally sold on Jack here. If you already have the rats, not sure that Jack is adding to that game plan much. You, surely you're trashing the copper there so that you can trash the estate with the Jack. I mean, you're going to trash a rats here, but you want to advance rats anyway, so trashing the extra one is kind of mediocre. I would rather have trashed the estate. Um, okay, Apostolosoruler, his turn. He's just advancing this rats into a governor and trashing a copper. Fair enough, I suppose. The rats themselves are going to make playing governor to remodel quite poor for a while. Because your opponent's going to have a rats that they can upgrade to a governor with very good effect. Which is why, yeah. I'm not sure about the double imp, but maybe it's fine. I guess R. Silverstein does have the Bazaar to help contribute there. Okay, this is not what I was really expecting. Because now when you advance this rats, you're going to cause a shuffle, which maybe is fine, but isn't what I thought you wanted to do. Well, now you're going to, what, surely advance rats into governor and then just trash a copper? I still think Apostolosoruler looks pretty far ahead here. Has a gold already. Maybe they're just equal on governors. Maybe it's kind of close. I don't really understand why you wouldn't play imp for, because you want your jack to draw, I suppose. Yeah, that's not entirely convincing to me either. You got to gain a gold here. I guess you're going to imp and play a rats. You're not going to play another rats though. You have way too many ratses. Ratses. This has got to be a governor, I assume. And then exercise a rats for a wisp is what I would want. I don't know that you have enough space for 3 imps. I would have wanted a wisp next, I think. Still think Apostolosoruler's in pretty good shape here, mostly on the back of being thinner. I don't like Charm. Not really sure what Charm does for you here. I think the governors are going to be able to end the provinces fast enough that Duchy Duke won't be a factor. Maybe there's an idea for this charm that's bigger than I think, but I don't think it's going to get you more than just getting the governor immediately. I assume the governor is basically what you want, and I think I would just take it immediately. This should be another gain gold. Steward could draw here. Or you could take money. I don't remember what these last 2 cards are, but I'm pretty sure they're not governors, so I kind of like drawing. I don't think you're going to draw anything too important dead. Possible that I'm remembering wrong. You take it for money, you're probably exercising maybe even copper, really. You don't have a lot of imp space if you're a Apostolosoruler. There's some, not a ton. Also takes a charm. I That is a way to gain fives that are taxed. And you could get Bazaar or Bandit Camp or more charms, but I'm not really seeing it. Oh, you do have a Wisp, so yeah, you do have space for this second imp for sure. I was just wrong about that. Playing more Ratses. Uh-huh. Okay. Now I assume this is going to be... I mean, honestly, I want to play this for the buy so that I can advance a Rats, which I would have done before. Well, I guess it doesn't probably matter at all, but I would have done it before the governor. I guess in this case, you're never going to draw anything good enough. What? This seems very generous. After you'd already drawn a card. It probably wasn't mattering, so maybe it's just totally fine. Do you want to play more Rats if you're Apostolosoruler? Also, do we want to think about the potentials for a pile out? Because Rats can go whenever either of them want them to. And governors are likely to go very soon. I guess there's no quick third pile, but is Apple going to draw here, or are you just going to take more golds and such? Like, take another gold, just buy two. I don't know what this last card is. It's the Exorcist, isn't it? Yeah. So you could... You just take the buy and buy two governors? Or buy governor, advance Rats into governor? That would let you exercise the steward. I think that... Maybe I like that better. Even if I'm just getting governors, I might prefer to advance the Rats, so I draw this Exorcist, yeah. And now I think it's another Wisp, yeah. Apostolosoruler agrees. Okay, so the Rats are very close to being gone. The governors are very close to being gone. I don't think there's a quick third pile, though. There's one Rats left. How do I miss... Oh, Silverstein has the second charm. We also have to watch out for that a little bit. Top decking Rats is not what I was expecting. It's going to be an imp. No, you are getting the last Rats here. Okay. Now this is buys. I don't think you want to trash this Rats because you don't want to trigger this shuffle, right? Yeah, you want to take this charm for buy, right? What? You're taking them all for gains? I mean... No, you want to do the advance last, though. You want to gain your other stuff first if you're... I mean, unless you're just... Well, you can't double province here. Because this is the shuffle you're causing, is the thing I wanted to avoid. I guess you can just play the Rats and it's fine. So Apo should just be scoring here as much as possible. I guess you gotta draw. This seems like a weird time to advance, or to remodel. You can't double province behind. So I was thinking I was going to draw more. You definitely need to score here, though. It's going to be Province Duchy, I think. Because his charms are low, and the governors are going to be coming in from your opponent. Yeah, the duchy makes a lot of sense. And you're just going to hope to win this turn, basically. I think Apo is still in good shape, but it's not entirely clear. Are you going to play this, Rats? You are. Now what are you going to do? You could take triple province here. It seems pretty bad to me. You could take a lot of duchies, I guess. That also seems pretty bad to me. So you're going to take a duchy here, and then you're going to play your money, and you're going to say, this is why it seems bad to me, is your opponent can just get duchies, right? So now you can get like one duchy and a couple dukes. Okay, you're too worried about the duchies piling, so you don't think you can take one more? Do you have a plan to win if Apo just takes two duchies anyway? Anyway, Apo can just start with imp here. I think I would have governed there rather than wisp, but whatever. Draw. Pretty sure you draw again here. What? Oh, I guess if you're doing that for sure, then it makes sense. I guess. Yeah, this is just a win. Yep. Yeah. Duchy Duke not so good if you can't get the duchies. Not so good if you can't get the duchies. Okay, let's move into the next game. Fool's Gold, Market Square, Soothsayer, City Quarter, Procession, Magpie, Exorcist. So city quarters can draw an awful lot. Here we have Museum about points. Soothsayer. The trashing is not great for these junk you're getting. So you're going to want an Exorcist, and you're probably going to want another one. I think you're going to want two Exorcists at some point, but you're also going to want Magpies. Ordering that's not so easy. You want a Soothsayer. You're going to want to get maybe the trashing is bad enough that it's just some kind of money-like something. I don't know. It seems kind of unlikely to me. I don't think I want to open silver at all. 2-5, I want the Soothsayer. 4-3, I was thinking like Magpie Market Square or Exorcist Market Square. Picking the other up on your next four, then probably getting a second Exorcist. And you want to turn your estates into stuff, and maybe you're not really reacting to Market Square, but your plan is to pick up city quarters and maybe some Fool's Golds. Maybe Procession at the right moment. I think this is closer to what Apo is doing, but I think I would have done it without the silver. I guess the silver does help you get to your Soothsayer faster, so there's something to say for that. The one Fool's Gold and then not buying more seems odd to me. I mean, I assume this should be a Soothsayer. The junking is just hard enough to get rid of, and our Silverstein doesn't have any trashing yet. So like on 5-2, I could have seen also not Soothsayer. What did you open that wasn't Soothsayer? Magpie? I'm so confused. I think you definitely opened Soothsayer. Huh. And now Apo's gonna proc this Magpie, I guess, but I'm not so big on the procession this early. I guess Rogue makes it a bit better, huh? Are you gonna take your gold at this point? You are. Not sure I love taking the... Mm, okay, city quarter. Yep. I really don't see time for Ghost here. You gonna buy another city quarter? No. What is going on here? So Apo's drawing pretty well. I'm pretty sure I want to take some points right now. I'm also pretty sure I'm buying a second city quarter, and I might be buying a market square. But the aqueduct points seem too many to me to pass up at the moment. He is going to take a ghost. I think I'd rather keep the gold and turn the silver. I mean, this seems reasonable, but turn the silver into an imp is what I would prefer to do. I mean, market square city quarter or just city quarter? Fool's goals look pretty bad. Do you proc there? I guess maybe it's fine. You need more rogues because you're eating up everything. I don't like procking the wisp. It's not what I want to be procking. regain your magpies or your market squares? Okay. Again, I think silver is the thing I want to trash. What? You want to trash one of your treasures instead of this? Or you just don't want to take the debt? Okay. I still don't like this ghost. I think it's too slow for what it does. This is a lot of rogues now. Don't know why you'd play the rogue then. Seems bad. You could play it later, and you might draw a city quarter. Yeah. Why are you playing the rogues this early? They don't go on. The stuff doesn't go on top of your deck. It's not like Grave Robber. Completely baffling to me. Also, I'm not so keen on getting another gold here that I wouldn't play the market square, I think. I'm just very confused about how this game is going. Okay, so you're going to buy market square and a city quarter? Okay, and you're going to get another ghost and thin a copper. How long do you think this game is going to go? The market squares are about to run, and I guess there isn't another pile that's imminent, but what did you ghost, by the way? Magpie. Okay. Rogues. Oh my goodness. I think this might open up Apo to win this turn. Can empty market squares and city quarters, possibly. Proc the imp here. Okay. It's, in fact, almost certain. Proc the imp gains a market square. You can trash a number, or you can react a number of market squares. Draw everything with the city quarter. Play any number of rogues. The imp, I say. The imp. It gets you a market square. Probably doesn't matter. You can trash anything. Yay! I'd probably play the rogue. I would not react all of these. You didn't need to, surely, right? Take a rogue. Whoa. You don't have this much. Oh, you do have this much draw, I guess. Holy crap. Yeah, that's 7 buys and a ton of money. You Yeah, maybe that stuff was really good. Probably it was, that plan. I mean, I like the plan in general. I still think I wanted to be giving curses out a little bit faster than that because I think the junk really hurts there. But whatever. This should be Ambassador, I think, although there's some argument to go for Sewer's hideout, say. Maybe Sewer's remodel. I don't really see. Okay, hideout ambassador makes a lot of sense. I'm very much unconvinced by Overlord here. I think you're so likely to want to play it as a trasher that kind of who cares? And the expense, I don't know. Okay, you're remodeling. You gonna take another Overlord? You are? Okay, they're really low on money now. Both of them very low on money. Because it does have the command type. This has knight, this is an attack, this is an attack, and this is action victory. Okay. And then you play this hideout, and you trash a copper, and you trash an estate, and you take a money, and you're never going to get out of this debt, so hooray for that. I guess you could play one Overlord as courtier, revealing the other Overlord. You're going to be fine. Apple is just very thin, despite the ambassadoring. I would not trash this copper here because I want to play the hideout. Gold? Courtier? Okay, do you trash both of these here? I guess he does. You play as a courtier, you reveal the other. You're not worried about handing out junk because you're both going to be very thin because the thinning is so good here. Maybe that's good because you just want to draw the money. And this could be a remodel. I guess it could be another Overlord. Not in love with the other Overlord. Okay. So you need to keep stuff in your deck now if you're Apostolosoruler. I would not trash that copper because you're going to run out of food for your hideout. This should be, what, action gold? Draw it. No. It was better to do play a second Overlord as courtier, revealing the first Overlord first. This was a mistake. Well, take money here, right? That'll get you to 10. And you can buy a courtier. A cobbler. Really? Cobbler? Why cobbler? Do you just want more courtiers, basically? I mean, I guess it gains you stuff to feed your hideout. I think you're really going to have problems having enough food for your hideout, which is going to make it hard to play enough actions to get your draw up. So you're going to trash copper here, of course, and you're not going to trash anything else, of course, and then you're going to reveal. Sure, you're going to take action and money. Action and buy is fine. Here you're going to take money and buy, or gold and buy. I'm not sure which. Gold and money, okay. No, that's that. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. You absolutely buy something. I would not have bought the Overlord, because whatever you buy, I'm pretty sure you're just trashing to this hideout here. Or you could gain something to trash to the hideout, I suppose. The curse is actually going to be helpful to you because you're going to be able to trash it to your hideout later. Are you going to take a province here? I could see it. Just pay off the debt, and I really don't think you want to go into debt for another Overlord. Otherwise, you have 4, which doesn't do that much. Okay, you are going into more debt. Not in love with that. I guess you're going to fire off this hideout on your next turn if you're rsilverstein. Here, whatever you're gaining as Apostolosoruler, you're just going to trash to the hideout. You're going to play an Old Witch to draw here, and then you're going to start chaining courtiers. I guess the cobblers make sense to have multi-type things. At the end of your turn for these overlords, you want to play as courtier and I don't know, money buy or gold buy. Pretty sure you want another buy here. Money buy, yep. And then go like province silver. Silver is mostly a thing to feed to your hideout, yep. Trash the gold, I guess. Trashing that, okay. Are you going to play this as Old Witch? As your Aposto ruler, you do not trash this curse. Yes, okay. Yes, okay. Not sure I'm in love with the island. Probably don't trash this one as rsilverstein either. You can reveal island or cobbler or whatever. Well, not one of the treasures. You're going to take action money. And money buy, and buy. Oh, wait. You can might play the second Overlord as a. You take action money and you play the second Overlord as a remodel and take 2 provinces here. That's what I want to do. Double la Provence, and I'm pretty sure rsilverstein can't triple. There's still a remodel in somebody's deck, and there's some overlords, I guess. Maybe there's some risk. I say triple. Obviously, at least 1 and probably 2 of those would be milling provinces rather than gaining 3 more. Really? Yeah, I guess triple if you're milling 2 won't win anyway. So you ought to remodel the gold. Well, this will probably be fine. Overlord, take action and gold. Remodel gold to province. Play this Overlord as something. Maybe you play the Overlord as like old wit. Okay. That's not what I was expecting. How close is Apo to triple here? I don't know. I think you take hideout anyway, though. Would have much preferred taking hideout over island, and I would have trashed the island there instead of the gold. This seems really bad. You're gonna play this as hideout and trash the curse. You're gonna island the province and buy a duchy. I feel like that was a missed opportunity. Okay. Right. So take a gold and action. You're gonna draw with the old witch here, with by playing this overlord as old witch, I guess. It's the only thing that makes sense. Otherwise, you shouldn't have taken action. What are you gonna buy here? I don't know. This feels like this turn was also played badly by rsilverstein to me. They're going pretty quick, which is maybe not helping. I kind of just want to take remodel here. And then play the Overlord, revealing Cobbler, taking action and money, remodel gold into province by province. This is similar. Yeah, that's good enough. Um, Lamp, Jack, Poacher. This is the only village. Wolfden. You are going to want to pop here. Well, Vampire doesn't really help you pop. Jack works well with Secret Cave. I'm not huge on the second cave, but it may be better than taking a silver. Not sure. Apo, I think I discard here. But I could see buying Poacher maybe. Apo doesn't have a silver yet, so there's no way you can pop, right? You discard. I'm not sure I would have left the estate, because you're going to find the other one, right? Or another one. And I'm also not sure about Vampire, because I really want to pop my lamp here. So we get a bunch of, like, I don't know. I actually think I dislike the Vampire. I don't think I like Vampire here. I don't think you're ever going to get your coppers under control enough for it to be worth it, and you keep this on top, you trash this, and you buy a Nobles. Yeah. And Wolf Den is probably actually going to be important here, but popping your lamp is going to be important because it gets the lamp out, and there's enough stuff between nobles and quite possibly, well, either embassies or catacombs could be good. I definitely don't think you want both, but either. Play cave, discard. I guess the second cave is fine. 2, 3, 4. So Apo is missing again here. As is Silverstein. Nobles, vamp for Butcher. Okay. I'm not sure how much I like Butcher here, actually. I kind of think it's not what I want to be doing. I think what I want to be doing is Nobles is and either Catacombs or Embassy. I'm not going to try to buy more than one province a turn. I mean, maybe Butcher, but if I'm going for Butcher, it's probably later. I don't know. Butcher might be a reason to go Catacombs over Embassy. I don't know. Embassy and Catacombs are vaguely similar. Okay, still neither of them's popped their lamps. Keep it. You're going to continue to miss. Okay, how many coppers do you have left? Enough. Clearly enough. Discard that lamp. So you really want to hit 5. Okay. You have a poacher, so taking the second one makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? Oh, you have coffers, you can get a nobles. Then I'd get a nobles, I think. Although lots of nobles before lamp may be a little questionable. Oh, you have both poachers. Swell. Now I don't remember who has the second jack. I think I'd discard to this cave here. Guess at some point you could give up and just... So now they both have 2 jacks. I was thinking you could butcher the jack away. So nobles for actions, butcher the silver, play jack. Silver into another vampire? Don't know about that. Okay, so you have a cave. Butcher, jack, cave, silver, lamp. If you draw a copper, then you're swell. And you can play cave and nobles to draw. If you have any coppers left, that gives you 4 shots to draw one. Poacher will work too. This is lamp poppage. This is lamp poppage. I would draw here, I think, because you want to get back to your wishes ASAP. But you could play the butcher. I don't understand why you play that for actions if you're... Okay, we just wouldn't play it at all. Oh, in fact, you can't play the butcher. Then you definitely draw. Not going back to draw. Okay, well, I don't know. I would think if you're going back that far, you'd go back further, but that's fine. I guess you taking a little penalty on yourself for misplaying makes some amount of sense. Yeah, I'm not in love with this vampire bat shenanigans, particularly with Wolf Den. I guess they're fine. Discard it. Hey, this is Cave, Jack, Butcher, Copper, Silver, Lamp. This is also Lamp Poppage. You can even trash the estate, unless you want to trash it to your Butcher here, but I think you don't. Okay, so everybody's popped their lamps. And where are we now? We're at a place where piles are low. That's another Jack. Okay, sure, sure. Nobles are gonna run out probably to wishes. And I don't know where the copper counts are for either of them. I assume 6 have been trashed, so there's 7 between the two decks. You do have to watch that a little bit with your bats and Wolf Den. It's very hard to track. Trove is not what I want at all. It does probably lean in with Butcher, and if you're playing for a lot of embassies, I guess. But yeah, just taking Province makes a lot of sense to me. Now, if you're Apo, you have all bats and no. You're gonna wish for nobles. Now, what are you wishing for? A trove? Like another trove or something? I would think. Okay. Taking a trove seemed better than that to me because it's 3 more points and you didn't need the money this turn. You take a copper, but it's 3 points and you have a trove in your deck. You have a trove and a copper in your deck for 3 points, and I think that's worth it. I mean, obviously you can buy the trove again later, but this is also just one vampire bat combination for Silverstein, I think. Trashing that copper was bad for your points. No, I was wrong. It's not one vampire bat combination because there's another bat in the hand. I thought Apo had multiple vamps, so it was incorrect apparently. Surely actions draw. You could wish for gold, butcher the nobles into province by province. You could wish for gold and butcher a gold into province and buy something. Or just keep the gold in your deck, maybe. Gonna buy a duchy that's worth 0 to open up later duchies that will be worth more than 0. I think that's actually quite reasonable. Although I'm not sure where all of your Wolf Den stuff is. I think you don't have negative points from Wolf to no, you have a wish. You have a wish. Okay. So, okay. This you're gonna wish for something here. I'm kind of inclined to wish for duchy. Just give you a big lead that's unassailable. You could wish for gold to make sure you can province. That's also seems very good. No, that's probably even better than either of the options that I said. Yeah, this looks really unassailable now. This should just be game. So you play your cave, you discard green, green, jack. Play your jack, you leave the copper on top. You spend your coffers to buy a duchy. You think about how many coppers you have left before you know you have enough that you can trash with this bat. It's fine. It's fine. Obviously, you'd probably prefer to butcher the bat at this point, but whatever. I mean, there's a lot of points potentially available on this board, but they're locked under farmers markets. 2 piles are gone and the caves are low. You're just going to discard the province here. It's just a question of, well, maybe you aren't. Maybe there's a third butcher in your deck. I can't remember. I don't think there's a third butcher in your deck, but I could be wrong. There's no butchers in the trash. Diluted. Okay. Diluted actually hurts a bit. Because what you would like to buy, you're going to buy Vampire here and trash with the copper. Yeah. Okay. And now you're just going to buy caves, I think, and say, Silverstein, how are you going to score 12 points very fast? The answer is you're not. The easiest way is probably you're going for estates. That's not the winning recipe, I don't think. Cave next. Discard seems good. Draw. Maybe don't draw. I don't know. Buy a cave. Have 7. Feel very sad about it. Do you have enough coppers to put your copper into a state here? I guess you do. You're vaguely getting close to being in range, but you're not there yet. And Apo should be able to empty the caves here. Apo has what? What? Why would you do this way as opposed to buying the cave? That is like, well, whatever. It works. It's fine. But I feel like it like gives you chances for things to go wrong. I don't know. I guess it didn't. 2/5 could be Crossroads or Delve with a 5, which could be Minion or Lost City. Pretty sure you don't want to open with something that's not a 5 on your 5. I guess I could be wrong. King's Court. Skulk is something you're going to want eventually. I probably want to Delve, but I could see Crossroads. You just buy a lot of action cards. I think you're going to want a little bit of extra money, like a silver or 2, to help you to get to your King's Courts. I might well open Skulk here. It's not something I normally like, but it seems okay here. Because you're going to want it eventually for the buys. And gold versus what else are you going to get? Like silvers? I think the gold seems relatively better. This could... So Skulk as the open. It's not something you see every day. This could be Lost City, Minion. Okay. Well, this is King's Court already for Apo. Looks great for him. King's Court with a Crossroads, maybe? Certainly you're not attacking. I mean, minion attacking. You're attacking with Skulk, obviously. Maybe you just get the King's Court. Maybe you get a Crossroads. Maybe you get a Delve. And now I'm just buying action cards every time. I guess Caravan Guards aren't great with King's Court, so maybe I'm just buying experiments. And minions? Lots of King's Courts. I mean, I kind of think I want to be getting Lost Cities to help me draw, and Hunting Grounds, but you could go for minions instead, I guess. Not totally sure. I still think I like the Lost Cities better. I don't know. Lead on Experiment here, in case you draw more green cards. I'm assuming it was still possible to do so. This could be double Experiment. Hunting Grounds. That doesn't seem to go with the minions to me, but whatever. This is a bad turn to be whichever of Deluded or Envious this eye represents. Deluded. Yeah, it's a bad turn to be Deluded. Of course, they're all going to be bad turns to be Deluded here. And you get another King's Court, and you're very happy. What? Apo is getting junked a bit. Okay, now goes for Lost City. Sure. This is going to be a Golem. Okay, King the Minion. I think I like attacking again there. You mainly want more King's Courts, so you're pretty unhappy that you passed up on one earlier, but you take one here, surely. Yeah, the hexes are really not being nice to rsilverstein. I still don't like the taking things besides King's Courts. I think you can get the other stuff you need at other points in time. I would take this for money and buy a King's Court again. Money, Skulk. Double King's Court. Oh my goodness. The extra crossroads are actively bad. You don't have enough green cards in your deck. If you aren't going to take King's Court there, you should take like multiple experiments. I think Silverstein is playing this better, but getting much, much worse luck. Lead on Lost City. I might not play this experiment because all I want to do is buy King's Court anyway. You got to attack again here. Buy a King's Court. You don't play Crossroads then. Twice miserable. Not the worst thing here. You don't want another Crossroads. You just take just yes. Wow. Apo has not built the deck as well as I think he could have. Crossroads again. Crossroads again. Or Lost City first is probably better. King, king, minion, minion. I don't know if I would have played a king on a skulk. Diluted is going to hurt. Whoa! You don't want to king multiple skulks. You need more money. You don't need this many buys. The attacks aren't that bad. I think maybe you king one skulk, but so now you get King's Court, King's Court, King's Court, and a fiver, or maybe just King's Court, and like some fivers and stuff. I don't know. Maybe it was fine to get that many. Whatever. I definitely think I much prefer how rsilverstein was playing, but that's not always what wins games. Of Dominion, 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 Dominion. Okay. Well, there's dominate here. I think the best payload is golds from treasure maps. So you want hideouts, and you're gonna want, not sure what with the hideouts. You can proc stuff at various points. You definitely want border guard on the 2-5. Question is, what do I want with it? I might ball for hideout and something. This seems okay. You want to trash a copper here. Buy a border guard. Trash a copper, buy a border guard. Ride on the border guard. But I want to get my draw up and then add treasure maps, basically. And it's just a question of figuring out the best way to do that. At some point you're going to need some money to be able to hit a council room. So scavenger's kind of reasonable. Silverstein has a silver, which will do much of the same. Okay, here I like this play. Take the border guard on top, of course. Buy your council room. Not buying council room. Oh, proc experiment, of course. I've totally missed this and feel stupid. Sorry, all of you viewers. Proc experiment is much better than everything else I was talking about. You might still eventually go for treasure maps, but that's how you're getting your draw up, is proc experiment, and like eventually you'll get a council room for the buy, but who cares? And eventually you might get treasure maps, but you want to be doing lots of proc experiment things. Mea culpa. So this is ball for proc experiment. Or is it just experiment, experiment? Well, this worked out. You definitely just want to get a ton of experiments now, though. What? What? Don't you want to proc that experiment? And if you don't proc the experiment, don't you want to proc the border guard? Don't you want to not proc the hideout? And don't you want council room more than treasury? I am so confused. Now you have to rebuy hideout because you don't have any, but you really need the experiments even more, I guess. Yeah. Oh, this seems so bad. Trash the curse. Trash the copper. Be very sad that you've drawn the procession right now. Ball for experiment, experiment. Wow. This is really not R. Silverstein's day. Proc experiment. Do it. What? Sure. I could also see proccing border guards to gain experiments at some point. I really could. Okay, so you're going to stick experiment on top so you can proc it? No, you're going to proc the hideout instead. Okay, you got to trash the curse. I'd probably just stay having the coppers there. Now I want a ball for maybe probably a third procession and more experiments. Buys council room. I don't like it. You can gain all this stuff as they say. This is very bad for you. Wow, I really don't like playing council room. Okay, okay. Trash the curse. So our Silverstein is pretty well set up. Needs to ball for a bunch of experiments here. This is the point where I'd start looking at getting treasure maps, I think, if I'm R. Silverstein. Can't you proc for the treasure map, though? By getting treasure maps, I meant off of my processions. Take the council room. Oh, I was thinking play the council room immediately. Something doesn't add up now. I think Apo has too much draw. So you play council room. You play scavenger and you proc hideout. I could see proc scavenger. I just don't think it's particularly necessary. So you get a procession here? What? No! Another hideout? Why? Oh, I wanted ball again for a third procession experiments and then buy border guard. Not having enough processions is really going to hurt. I think both of them, honestly. Treasury, proc experiment, get the treasure map, proc experiment. Maybe proc hideout. Yeah, proc hideout might work. Get your council room now. Get your council room now. You're going to want the buys. You can gain and play all these golds this turn. And then you just have to make sure you're not losing this turn in determining whether you dominate or gain more pieces. But you definitely want the council room so you can draw these golds. What? I mean, you can probably draw the golds anyway, but you want the buy. Did you just proc treasure map? What? Why? You desperately want more experiments here, but I'd be a little bit worried that you'd immediately lose. Yeah, this really seems like a mistake. I'm not actually sure that Apo could favorably win, or win, but it's very plausible to me. Is it? How many? He's missing. He's missing enough processions to be able to actually win, right? You probably want the hideout here. Mm-hmm. And another procession. But this is very... Another treasure... Whoa! This is what you were hoping for. But Dominate is going to put a game kind of out of reach for you. Lead on your treasuries. Take the experiment. Looking for... You're really looking for procession here. Okay, so proc experiment. You're going to take another treasure map, I guess. Proc experiment. What are you? Council room, right? It's got to be council room. You need the draw. Now, gain a procession. Another treasure map? Gee willikers, Batman. Council room. And this is one short of double dominate. Proc. Council room. Treasury. Oh yes, this scoring from rsilverstein was no good. Because you really need more pieces. This isn't a win, is it? Whoa, whoa. Think before you dominate, good sir. Because one ball could empty the experiments. Yeah, you had a win, right? You had ball to empty the experiments, ball to empty the hideouts and treasury. Believe that that was a win for rsilverstein if you didn't just slam click dominate. I mean, surely you go proc experiment here. Scat. I mean, you got to put an experiment on top, I think. Council room. Get another council room. How much money do you have? You have 7 golds. That's 21, that's 27. You need 32. You are going to need some money. This won't do it, will it? You only have 3 buys. Yes, you proc the scavenger, you need the money. You need 4 buys also. What is this? You're just double dominating and stopping. I actually think this works fine because Silverstein can't double. Lost his buy. Dominate, win. Or just like Province Duchy also won. Lots of ways that one could have been played different. Yeah, anyway, another quick match. Hopefully you've enjoyed and learned in something. I don't know. Apparently you've watched.